for Talking Talk. Talking Talk is a platform where we practice languages as English, Spanish, German, French, Italian. This moment is not a class. I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to correct anyone. I'm here just to guide our conversation in English. And we always have a subject to guide our conversation. The subject will be how to make your stress work for you. Starting presenting myself. I'm Yasmin, and nowadays I work as a software developer. And
5 years ago. I like to go out. I think it's so good to handle a lot of things.
you.
Good day here, and I'm a dog and two cats.
Too, so it's a rainy day here. And I would like to roller skating to
And the last but not the least, Chris.
Series, movies,
What does stress mean to you? How do you usually feel?
like a huge ball and kill any bomb to and
A lot of time, and I need to focus and focus a lot. And when I start to feel like this, I think I need to stop now. I need to stop. I need to take a break. I need to drink water. I need to just to have a time to take a deep breath. And because if not, I think it's sometimes I notice people remains to even though they are not feeling good, and but I think it doesn't work better because if you don't feel good, probably uh, you can't do a great job. So it's complicated. It's because this I prefer to take a break and just to pay attention, to take care of myself, to take care of my mind. And I think that's the way I can recharge my energies again and return. So yeah, but stress, it's complicated. It's so hard to deal with.
Yeah, I don't know because like we saw in the video, the stress make us to have some hormones of the stress. uh, and bad hormones, by the way. And if we didn't take a rest and stop to a moment to take a deep breath and take ourselves calm, I think if we try to do something like keep working or keeping doing some task, we'll not be productive, and at the end, we'll just get more and more stress. So I think it is very necessary to take this moment. Wanda, what about you?
For me, stress means like a physical response to the demands or pressure, and it's a reaction uh, to our body, face the challenges, face a threat, face the changements, and our body and our mental health don't don't be good if the stress get in a long terms. Stress is so necessary, like the movie show for us, because we need uh, to avoid some problems with the stress. It's good for us. but it's not good for us if it is all the time, we working in a stress company or our family fight a lot and we have many stressed in our home and we can get very, very sick if that continues.
Yeah, I think the stress can sometimes be a tool to improve ourselves and sometimes to face our fears, something like that. But all of the time, like you said, I don't know. I think the person will just over with its mental health. It's very bad. I think have it all of the time isn't healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
So thank you, Wanda. And I want to go to the third question because sounds really interesting to me. Wanda, when you are feeling stressed, do you tend to withdraw or take action? Which approach do you think is more effective?
I prefer take action. If I get if I get stuck in the stress, I think the stress get over me and I feel more and more anxiety and think like that. Then I prefer take a reaction. I think about a good reaction, but I need to take a reaction to avoid that condition.
Yeah, sometimes if we didn't take our action, this will be a really recurrent situation, maybe. So if we face a stress and don't deal with that, just withdraw all of the times, I think sometimes we will feel so exhaustive and very overwhelmed of it.
Yeah.
Uh, Ayla, and about you, usually tend to withdraw or take action?
Mm, uh, for me, I think that it depends on the situation. Sometimes uh, uh, I withdraw to reflect and calm down, especially when I need to face a tough question to solve. I prefer to, I prefer to have a time to, I think it maybe because when you have a difficult question to solve, at least with at least for me, my mind can't processing better like this. And I prefer to take a break, so and after I feel better. And but other times, of course, I take actions quickly to solve the problem. When there is some problem that I know, oh, it's I consider a little easy to solve. Oh, okay, I can face with it, and I can avoid one more task to solve. So I think it's better for me and give me a sense of control. Oh, okay. I can't solve this now, but I can solve other things. And after I will have more time to only to focus what I need to focus more. And I think it's good to take action quickly when you can.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know because sometimes our mind is so stressful that even if we try to do something we not even can do, I don't know. It's like our mind stops to work for some time. So this can be a good approach. Thank you, Ayla. Chris, what about you?
Depends the situation, but the most of the part I prefer to withdraw because in these feelings I can't process. My mind don't work because I wanted to process all the information, the parts to talk with me and analyze, and I prefer withdraw.
Yeah, I think one benefit of withdrawal is because when you are so stressed, sometimes we say something that we wanted to say, and after that we regret that. So it's a good approach. I think sometimes it's good. Thank you, Chris. Catherine, and about you?
Oh, are you going with Isla? Because I think it depends on the situation. Sometimes it's necessary to withdraw, and sometimes you have to face the deal and the acting. So yeah, that's it to me. Normally I have to react because normally I pass for a difficult situation that got me stressful, and I have to solve the problem to, keep in my life without the stress. But I just try don't repeat the situation, so acting in the different way. So sometimes it's necessary to withdraw, to reflect, and change, the way that you do the things.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. So Catherine, do you want to uh decide another question for us?
Okay, just a moment. Just a moment, guys. I think number 9 is a good one. Do you think stress helps to building resilience over time? Why or why not? Um, I think in the common it's a common way to think that stressful is a good thing to build resilience, but it's not to me, I think being under stress is not good in no matter the way, so I don't agree with this sentence. Yeah, just that, because we live in a world that change a lot of us, like change. You have to be very strong. You have to have a busy life and sell all your time. But yeah, the life is more than work. So be under stress is not good. So that's it.
Yeah, I think there isn't any benefit to pass through a day by day very stressful and after that just be exhaustive. I don't know. The life there is a lot of most important things in our lives, I think. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kat. Thank you. So, Chris, what about you?
I think no, because I see very tired to lead this stress all the time. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the situation the stress it happen, but all the time it's really hard. I think the person leads with this stress. My gosh, it's really hard. Like I think these people go to the gym or go to therapy, something like this. I don't know. All the I think and I see some professional manager lead with this all day, all time. Oh my gosh, it's really hard. The take a decision sometimes in the don't know quickly. It's a bad decision, and if this uh turn it back, I think so, and make this a good way. It's good, but it's not, we know all. I think the situations sometimes not real. Think this.
Yeah, I think for some professionals, the stress is day by day because there are a lot of decisions in their hands. For example, like you said, managers, CEOs too. Sometimes they must to be really impactful decision and something that involve a lot of money, sometimes a lot of things involved, and it's really hard. I think it's a big stress under them. Ayla, and about you? Do you think stress helps to build resilience over time?
Um, Maybe yes. I think um, I try to use the example. I think facing stress can help build the resilience as long as it doesn't overwhelm us. Uh, for example, um, there was in the past a moment at my work, and I need to manage a difficult situation. And it was so hard. I feel so stressed. And but when I could overcome my challenges in that moment, I feel I become stronger. I become stronger and more capable, capable of handling other challenges or uh, similar challenges. Yeah, I think in this situation, yeah, okay, stress can, can help build the resilience. Um, that's my opinion.
Yeah, can make this kind of situations can be an example for another challenge because we can think, oh, but I overcome this specific situation. So this another one will be a challengeful, but I know I can handle too. So I think it's a good example. Wanda, what about you?
Think stress could build a resilience, but body and mental health pay a huge fee for that. Because when we become resilient for the stress, our mind is not good anymore because we don't know who we are anymore. We are a person that gets some stress that we accept and get resilient, but it's not good for our body, for our personality, for our mental health, for nothing.
Yeah, I think it make us really exhaustive and sometimes can even cause like burnout. So we can take a lot of time to bring our life and our normal activities again really can take a lot of time to have it again. So yeah, I think we can be resilient, but the consequences could be so even that. So I think this one about resilient is very next to the seven questions, so I want to make the seven. Wanda, have you ever faced a stressful situation that actually ended up helping you grow or learning something valuable?
Yeah, many situations in the university and now in my clinic get me stressed, but I learned about that and I I become better but it's not a huge stress and not a long stress. It's a time to stress, a time here, for example, in talk, when we see a question and we need to answer, we have a stress, of course, but it's not a terrible stress that gets we sick. And when we can answer the question, we feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a better in English. A next step I achieve, and I think it like that. My example is here in Talk and Talk.
Yeah, I understand you. Even being a host, there are some days that I'm very tired, and I even forgot words in Portuguese, imagine in English. So sometimes there are days that is really challengeful, but every time that we go and face that, I think is a good way to improve ourselves. And can be stressful at the beginning, but after that we can look at the back and see how was our improvement. So I think it's very good. Thank you, Wanda. Chris, what about you? About the question 7.
Yes. I remember, I don't know, some years ago, I worked with this technical support. So, and I remember helped a lot of people, and some week, not every time, but in the month, some week it's stressful, and receive some message. Oh, I wanna help, and everything is really quickly. It's extremely important to help. And to make me feel sometimes to learn to me. Sometimes you need just to make do the job and don't think a lot. Um, and take a breath and make a filter what you listen, and don't these bad things, bad energy make your body like stressful. To me, it helped me a lot when I worked in this company. It's really interesting.
Yeah, this about to work without thinking a lot of it is very important because I don't know, in the past I was used to complain a lot, so if I had to overcome a difficult task or something like that, I was used to complain. But I discovered that complain about the things made us start to be incapable to become more smarter because when we complain about the things, we not search for solutions. We just deal with the situations complaining, and we stop to work our a part of our brain that is that have the responsibility to make connections to solve the things. So if we complain, we stop to do these connections. So when I discovered that, I think was the first thing that need to I stopped to complain because I don't know if I complain every time, I just cannot solve the problem. So I don't know. I've been less stressful since I did that. Catherine, and about you? Have you ever faced a stressful situation that actually ended you? I know. So, sorry, is that?
What
Oh
is the
gosh,
question, guys? I'm lost. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
seven.
forgot
Seven.
the number. Is the 7? Yeah.
Ah, okay. Mm,
Have you ever faced a stressful situation that actually ended up helping you grow or learning something valuable?
yeah, when I gave up to my graduation. So I had made a graduation before biology, and it was very stressful to me. Very, very stressful to me. Like I developed, I think, anxiety in this course. And in the end, I gave up. And it was very cool, because I learned to respect myself, respect my body. Guys, are we here?
Yeah, we are hearing
Yes.
you.
Guys, I
Did
think
you
my internet.
hear us?
Yeah, I think my internet's not so good. So, um,
But we heard it clearly.
okay. So yeah, I learned to respect myself, respect to my body, the signals of my body give it to me. So it's very important. And don't stay in difficult situations, because um I stay for this in this situation for a long time. And I took a long time to do a decision. And in the end, I think it could be very better if I made a decision before, So that's it.
Yeah, we live in a society that we have a pressure to every time be productive and being making something, and sometimes we are making something that are making us bad, but we cannot give up the situation because we feel guilty sometimes. I understand it, and I'm happy that you can overcome that because it's very hard sometimes to have this attitude and see, okay, this is making bad for me, so it's better stop now. Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. So, Chris, do you want to choose a question for us?
Okay, let me see. Let me see. Number four. I think number four not to answer. No, right? Do you think stress always have a negative impact on your life, or can it sometimes help you? Hmm. I think the bad side, always the bad side about the stress is to lead people around. And I think Evanda said about people around us, we love these people, like parents, like brother. Sometimes these negative energies we just uh, I don't know, like a bomb explode. And it's not good. It's teaching me take a breath and I don't know, take a bath too, and after lead the problems house. I think so, because one thing, just a little thing, a tiny thing, when this energizes stress I remember in my body, I I said bad word with my mother and my brother too. It's really hard to leave this and tired. And I think it teaches us to pay attention, the signs, the stress, and the way the relationship, our family, the people we love, because this person is really important uh, for life. I think this.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard, made us to feel a lot of symptoms, but I don't know, sometimes we learn uh, with the consequences, with the situation, so we can grow up as persons sometimes. Thank you, Chris. Ayla, what about you?
So, I I think always no. Always no. I think maybe sometimes there is some situation when you need to stay more focused. Okay, it could be create a little stress, but when you use it as motivation, maybe I think you can use it at a useful way to deal with difficult questions, maybe. But of course, the key is to keep it under control. Uh, um, and I think it is difficult. But of course, I totally agree. And sometimes stress could be so harmful for us, for our health, especially our mental health and our relationships. Because when you are stressful, you can, like Chris said, you can say bad words, and after you can regret, and you can hurt someone who you love, and it's no good, of course. Uh, but maybe in little doses, I don't know if there is it, but I think you can use it to keep your energy up and to solve something. I don't know, maybe I can think it like this because I work with deadline and sometimes almost all the every time that is so stressful situation. So I don't know. Maybe I'm used to handle about this, but my conscience sometimes say, "Oh, it's no right." You don't need to consider it's good, but I think it's small doses. It could be useful.
Yeah, for example, the video that we saw, that small doses make us, I don't know, to move up and to do the things that we need, but big doses can be, I don't know, really harmful. Thank you, Ayla. Uh, Catherine, what about you?
Sorry, guys, I missed the question again. I
Is
lost the
the
question
four?
again. Okay. All right, the number 4. Yeah, I'm in the team that believe that stress is not a good thing, you know. At least, like Ayla said, if you have a deadline and you need, you know, something to push you to do the uh to do the work. So maybe in this case, stress could be used in a good way, but normally I think being under stress is not it's not good. So I had problem to dealing with stress, guys. So you know, for me, stress not good.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. Wanda, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with everyone here. Stress is not good for us, but a good side of the stress is a protection of dangerous situations. Um, like, like here in Rio de Janeiro, we need to be stressed because there is many problems with gums and assaults and many things like that. And then we need to be aware. And this stress is good for us. We get prepared for running away, for scream. It's important. Stress, but like Ayla said, that the stress needs a little dose because many times in a life in stressful life we get sick, we get mm, we get psychologists, we get with psychology problems, many bad things for us.
Yeah, sometimes the stress can maybe take us off some situations, like you say about Rio, that have a lot of assaults. Here in São Paulo, there are some places that is very bad the situation too. So I think people avoid to go to these places because of that. So maybe it can be something good to make us feel safer, but just in small doses, like not in a way that someone didn't want to even go out for the house anymore. So I don't know, small doses can be good, but high doses like panic syndrome, something like that, I don't know, is very harmful.
Yes.
So girls, I think we don't have time to another one. So let me send the survey here on our chat. As you know, you can share if you want about the immersion, about me as a host, or about the subject. Or if you want to suggest any other topic, I'm always looking the answers on that. And when I have some suggestions, I always bring to here. And it's anonymous, you can feel totally free to say what you want on that. And if you have time, the next week, the subject will be Can stereotypes ever be good? I think is a really interesting subject, and I will be really happy to have you again here. And that's it, girls. Thank you all to come today. Class room really full of women, so really great. Thank you all, and have a nice weekend, girls.
Thank
See
you,
you.
Yasmin. Thank
Thank you.
everyone.